Good evening, friends, and welcome to Her Majesty blog, where we bring together the world of pageants with the aim of revolutionizing the standards of beauty and creating social development through women empowerment. My name is Onke, and I will be your host for tonight. And on this particular series called It Is Within Her, we profile amazing and trailblazing women in the world of pageants, from queens to organizers to CEOs, the works. And look, we get right deep within the news to find out what it's like to be a pioneering woman in the world of pageants. Please follow us right here on Instagram. We're also on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Tonight, we are hosting the beautiful Tanisha Gounder, who just sent me a request, and she is the reigning Miss Teen Pretoria. So let us let her in on the line. Yes. Accept. Okay. Ah, here she is. Hi,
Hi,
Tanisha. How are
how are
you?
you? I'm good, thank you.
Ah, amazing stuff. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. This has been a long time coming. Look,
Yes, definitely.
I was about to tell the people that we're right there with you at the very beginning. My director, my co-director, Demu, attended the session ceremony where you guys were given the sessions at the union buildings. And look, we at that time no one knew who was going to win and everything else. But look, you are right here. Congratulations once again.
Thank
Like,
you.
how does it feel? Let me start with that question. How does it feel to be Miss Teen Pretoria 2020 2021?
Oh, just you saying that gives me goosebumps. But the feeling is truly, truly amazing. Ever since I got the sash as well as the crown, it has just
Mm-hmm.
been a life-changing journey. And I'm so,
Wow.
so blessed and so grateful to have this.
Ah, amazing stuff. And to find out more about you, of course, please, who are you? Who is Tanisha? Where do you come from? Where do you live? What do you do? How old are you, if you don't mind? And everything else.
Another one. Well, I was originally born in Durban, Seaview. I moved up here when I was 4 years old, and I currently am being raised in Pretoria, Centurion. I am a matric learner, so you can imagine my year is extremely busy. And
Yes.
I go to Eitzig High School. And within Eitzig, I'm a peer counselor, I'm a human rights ambassador, I'm also the deputy head girl of social and charity.
Look, when you're still a finalist and you're appearing on all the pictures wearing the uniform, doing all
Mhm.
the amazing things, I was looking at you and I'm like, wow, she does amazing stuff. Well done. And what
Thank you.
inspired you to get into pageantry in general?
Well, it all started in primary school. It started with my height, to be honest. I
Mm,
was always, targeted for my height, being the tall one. Oh, she can get the stuff off the shelf. And I decided
mhm.
to take that into consideration and actually applied to modeling academies. And when I did, I actually won the Face of Ace title. And it has just taught me to love myself. And I never thought I'd be enjoying pageant. And I truly, truly have a passion for the fashion industry. And you can actually ask my dad that question because when we go shopping and I see something there, I'm like, I need to have that.
Shame. That's so great. And you did mention that you are this charity ace model and you take part
Yes.
in numerous charities that you can definitely get your hands on. What like how important is it for you to be a part of a meaningful difference in other people's lives?
Yeah, definitely. I always say that charity work begins at home. It starts with your donations, it starts with bringing clothes and donating cans. Recently at ATSOC, we had an event called the Operation Winter. We literally had about 100 bags of clothes. So charity work is extremely important, and I feel that it builds one's self-esteem as well as their confidence. I noticed when I started getting more into charity work, I grew more in depth with the community, and it has taught
Mm.
me a lot. So that's one thing that I want our new Miss Teen Pretoria to know is that charity work, or should I say philanthropic duties, is very, very important to our society.
Oh wow, you really do sound like a deputy head girl. Look at that. Look at that. And what would you like your legacy to be? Did you get the
Please
question?
repeat?
Oh yes.
No, I didn't.
what would you like your legacy to be?
I would like my legacy to be, to start off in two places. First, in high school, I would like for my fellow learners, my fellow 8th learners, to continue my line of charity work, especially being their deputy head girl of social and charity. Then within Miss Teen Pretoria, I don't want only the winner to participate in philanthropic duties, but I also want the finalists, the contestants, to continue with charity work regardless of winning the title. So I would like for them to just continue my legacy of having fun with charity work.
Wow, that sounded like a top 5 question at Miss South Africa, and knocked it right out of the park. You know, after watching a pageant and a contestant is literally like answering the question and knocking it right out of the park. Everyone just like you can just literally just look at.
I'll most likely take part in Miss South Africa in 2025 or so. I just want to get my psychology degree first, so then we will head over to Miss South Africa.
Nice. Why psychology?
I feel there's a lot of uncertainty about the human behavior, especially of how the mind works, and I am truly inspired by how the mind works itself. And I have been advocating for mental health, and I noticed this as a peer counselor as well in my school. So it's one thing I really, really want to deal with, especially within our society. And I know that COVID is still impacting us. So I know people are struggling and they can't really find the necessary help. They don't know where to go. So I'd like to be that person they come to so I can help them, give them advice, and be that shoulder that they would need.
The shoulder that we would need, definitely. And with that said, do you think that pageants are doing enough to support the participants or contestants mentally throughout their journey?
Well, I think they are, but not enough. I feel that there should be more programs involved within the pageantry organization. I mean, if we look at Shudu, for example, she is currently an advocate for mental health, and she is quite a strong woman. I know from her past background she was bullied, yet she still had the courage and the capacity to take part in Miss South Africa and win. So I feel they are not doing enough. But this also needs to be a responsibility to the participants. They need to get checked first before participating. It is always important. So if you know or don't know that you suffer with anxiety, depression, go and check with your nearest doctor or whoever would be available first before entering the pageant. Because it takes a lot of pressure, anxiety, discrimination, especially hate crime towards social media. So you must be able to handle these things. So always it's the responsibility of the participant to check first.
Amazing stuff. And rewinding back to Miss Teen Pretoria before Palisa actually kills us, we need to talk about Miss Teen Pretoria, which is the mandate of the day. How has it been like, and what has been some of the highlights of your reign so far?
The highlight for me of Miss Teen Pretoria was definitely my final walk. I know normally the final walk is, oh no, it's my final walk, I'm gonna cry now. But the final walk for me was just so powerful. One last chance to go out there in my evening gown and just represent my brand. I just feel that being on stage as a whole is just liberating for me. To be there in front of an audience and just clearing my mind and not worrying about what's going to happen when I go forward, because I know God has something in plan for me. So that is definitely the highlight for me. And Miss Teen Pretoria has definitely brought a lot of new exciting things towards me. I mean, I think last year, November, I was able to meet the South African Legion, which I never knew existed in South Africa. And I went there and I visited so many other countries, USA, I met Russia.
Wow, okay.
I met Russia, I met all the military men, and I was just so educated on how the wars worked and why they had their reasons. So Miss Teen Pretoria has definitely changed my life for the better.
Definitely. And how has that changed your life on a day-to-day basis? You did mention that you are in matric, you are a deputy head girl, you are involved in a lot. So how does being a queen actually fit into your Monday and your Tuesday?
Well, that's actually a really good question. From my Monday to Fridays, right? My friends normally see me as my friends, but my teachers, on the other hand, they see me as their intercom. I speak for them to get through to the learners. And that is something I really, really appreciate, because I know that sometimes the teachers, when they want to talk to the learners, they can't get with them because they cannot connect. But I, on the other hand, can connect with them. And so it has brought a lot of participation within our school as well, in academic, cultural, sport, and charity work. So it has definitely changed the day-to-day activities. I'm no more seen as just a Eitzach learner. Now I'm actually seen as two title holders, Miss Team Pretoria and Face of Ace. And I just love that my school has been behind me, and they've been helping me, they've been supporting me. They were actually voting for me 24/7 for Miss Team Pretoria. Yeah.
Wow. And that, my darling, is the reason why you won in the first place. I'm joking. I'm joking. And just as a what can I say, as a lighter question, what is your favorite song to walk into in a pageant? You mentioned that your final walk was your highlights. So which song do you like to strut your stuff to?
It's going to definitely be Unstoppable by Sia. I just feel that song was made for pageantry, and it was made for definitely for every pageant. Unstoppable. That is us women. We are unstoppable. So that would definitely be my song.
Look, we are unstoppable indeed. And lastly, what does beauty mean to you?
I know normally society sees beauty as your external features, but it has to be seen within. So beauty for me is your honesty, your trust, your commitment, how you present yourself to the world. What is your passion? Beauty always starts with how you feel within. And if I had to say, how do I showcase beauty? It would be my compassion in charity work. So beauty to me means how you start with yourself, how you represent yourself to society and the youth as well.
Wow, amazing stuff.
Thank
You know
you.
what, Tanisha, I could talk to you all day. Literally. Like, we could do this for an hour. Like,
For hours, for hours.
for hours and hours. You're definitely coming back for another interview. I need part two
Yes,
of this.
definitely.
Definitely. But thank you so much for joining us this
Thank you
evening.
so much for
We got a
having me.
glimpse. We got a glimpse of what it's like to be you. And like I said, you can't wait to see you and all the things that you achieve in life. And of course, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for those that viewed and was watching. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Flawless. Absolutely flawless. Yes, yes, Mr. Victoria. That was absolutely flawless. Like a
My
breeze.
organizer is gonna call me and she's gonna be like, "Well done."
Yes, she
I
must
love
do
you, Miss
that.
Palisa.
She must definitely do that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to catch this interview again, it will be on our YouTube channel. The link will go on Twitter as well as on Facebook. And of course, it's going to be right here on our Instagram feed. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.